Hello, so we're back, and this time we have a proper nice laptop to repair. This is a Asus Vivobook with Ryzen 7 and Radeon graphics. This is quite a new one. The problem with this one, pressing the power button, dead. Now let's read the customer email. The email is quite interesting. So what the customer is saying, the both USB-C fallen apart. Asus refused warranty. And then he emailed me the laptop arrived back from Asus and he sent the laptop here. Let's check the charging ports under the microscope. And this is one charging port and we can clearly see the port is damaged. And the second one is this one, and again we can see it is damaged. One important aspect, and people they don't think about this, is a faulty charger can easily damage the charging ports. If you have a charger which has like bent pins inside and you plug the charger on a good port, it will damage the port. So it is possible this customer has a problem with the charger. But anyway, let's quickly open the laptop. Let's see if we can help the customer. We have to replace the both USB-C ports. Of course, Asus refused the warranty. They will say it's a user damage and they will not fix it. And if you ask me, I don't understand why. You know, it's your company, it's Asus. You can't do something like that for a customer, just replace the ports. It doesn't matter if it's the customer faults. Are like USB-C ports. USB-C port is like what, like 20 cents, 20p? It's quite cheap. Then you can have like a skill guy to replace the ports. It's not that hard. I mean, I will expect for a company of this size, like Asus, to repair this kind of problems. Under warranty, of course, yeah? Under warranty. Why they should do it? Because they are big, and for them replacing two USB-C ports means nothing, but because you want that customer to buy another Asus laptop. This is a good reason. Huh? And the laptop is open. I will be honest with you, I never repaired this model before. It's looking quite nice inside. Yeah, proper nice motherboard, huh? Just because this is a new model and I never fixed this on this channel, I'm gonna give you the coil measurements. So this one has like infinite resistance. This one is going up, infinite resistance. This one, infinite resistance. Then here you have a small coil, and it's like 160 ohms. Probably is the RAM memory. Then here you have a coil, and it's 65 ohms. And here you have a coil, and this one is infinite resistance. Maybe you need this if you have this board for repair. Let me quickly take the board out because we have the USB-C ports here and we have to replace them. Not sure if I have them, but we have to replace them. And the board is out. Yeah, so we have onboard RAM, and here, yeah, we have a socket. Great. Let's check the ports. Not sure if I have this model of charging port. I'm gonna hold it at 480 degrees. Let's take the port out. And the port is out. The board is looking fine, and this is the port. Possible we have something like that. Let's lower the solder melting temperature. Lot of solder. Perfect, right? Yeah. Now let's try to find a port. We are like 1 day later and I got the ports. Yeah, I have to order them. Quite expensive if you ask me. I mean, £10 a port is quite expensive. But let's finish the job. So we have the port, and what I want to do is just to apply some solder on these pins. A little bit of gel flux, and let's be sure the solder is bonding with the pins. And looks like it is, yeah. Fantastic. So everything is fine. All we have to do is to solder the port. So I'm gonna put the port here, and I will use 350 degrees. Okay. Can happen, yeah. Not every time everything is going perfect. So the port, it's in the place. Perfect. Let's quickly use the solder iron. We don't want this job to come back on the warranty time. So let's be sure everything is soldered properly. Just a little bit of rosin. And yeah, that's perfect. And here solder. Same, we need a little bit of rosin. Great. And here is kind of tricky because we have a capacitor there. So to be honest, I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna come with hot air. Yeah, that's how you do it. Perfect. We need a little bit of rosin. Great. And check that out. Absolutely beautiful. Let's clean it quickly. Alcohol cleaning. I mean, you don't have to clean rosin, yeah, don't get me wrong. Rosin is a very good isolator. But yeah, let's make it perfect. Yeah, it is perfect. Great. Now let's move to the other port. What did you said? We have to check if it's working. We can do that. Let's plug the charger. We have the USB meter. The meter is coming on and we have 19 volts. And from the other side, meter is coming on with 19 volts. Moving the port, everything is fine. Great. Now let's replace that port. Good. It is next to the jack. Yeah, so we have to pay attention. Great. I'm gonna use a little bit of gel flux, just a little bit. I'm gonna go high, like 440. 440 degrees should be fine. And the port is out. Yeah, let's quickly apply some solder. Little bit of solder. Good. Great. Looking perfect, right? Yeah. Fantastic. And we have the port. Same like before. Gel flux on the pin. Priming the pins. Great, so we have solder on every pin. Now all what is left is to solder the port back carefully because of the jack. Yeah. So I'm gonna lower the temperature to 350 and we should be safe. Solder is melting. Here is no fine, so I'm gonna heat it. No, it's not going inside. It's not going inside. Now it's inside, yeah? Perfect. Now let's quickly apply solder. How can I do it here? Rosin. Oh, here is fine. Here is fine. And here is perfect, right? Yeah. That pin, I'm not gonna touch that one because it's next to an inductor. So let's solder from here, from the back, yeah? Same with rosin. We have this one. And we have this one. Perfect here. And on this port, we forgot actually. That one is soldered, the other one, but this one, look, this one needs some solder. Great. So everything is fine. Wow. It is hot. Let's clean it quickly. Let's test it. Plug in the charger. And the meter is coming on in 19 volts solid. And from the other side, 19 volts solid. So what do you think about this? Huh? It is a professional job. Because many times, oh no, sorry, you're dodgy. No, look, this is nothing dodgy. We replaced the both ports with brand new ports. We soldered the ports on the board. Everything is fine. Let me put the board back quickly. Okay, so everything is back in place. Plug in the battery. Plug in the charger. And 19 volts, and it's not charging. It's not charging. Why is it not charging? Anyone knows? 1.1 amp. Huh? It took a while to start charging. So this one is fine. And this one, 19 volts, 1.1 amp. Pressing the power button, and the laptop it is coming on. Yeah, it's taking like 2.2 amps. That means everything is fine. The fan is spinning. Let's wait for the picture. Yeah, we reset the BIOS. And we have a BitLocker recovery key. Okay, that's not my problem. Probably the customer blocked the account. And that's fine. That's okay. Our job was the charging ports, and we done it. Wait, we forgot this one. Huh? Yeah, fantastic. Everything is connected, right? Yeah. Camera, the screen, the antenna, everything is fine. Well, now if you have this laptop, now you know how to replace the ports. Not hard, but long. Hopefully the customer it will be happy with the repair. I'm gonna stop here. I will say thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye.